I've resisted the temptation to open this. I've got a mystery box from FMS. I know it's an FCX24, but it could be a K5 or a Unimog. Let's open this thing and have a look. Now, you probably already know what it is from the thumbnail, but yeah, I haven't opened it yet, so we're going to find out once I finish massacring the box. Let's just get the top done as well. Oh, almost as good as my painting skills. I'm going to spin that around so I don't read that label. Let's get this open and see what we've got. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, sneak peek. Oh, it is a Unimog, yes. Unimogs are definitely my favourite. Let's have a look and see what we get in there. So we've got, they're 3D printed front bumper. So I actually use this same front bumper on my FCX24 Unimog build that I did. So like I said, it is a 3D printed one. The one I've had has actually, survived really well and taken some beatings. So I'm definitely going to swap that because I much prefer this bumper. We've got our usual FCX24 transmitter, so the Flysky 3-channel transmitter, because these ones have a 2-speed, so that's our usual transmitter, which is nice. You get your usual bag of goodies, so your USB charger, your wheel wrench tool. Looks like we got some number plates and stuff in there as well. And then what we're actually interested in is the Unimog. I do like a flatbed. If you haven't seen it, my FCX18 K10 flatbed farm truck that I did is one of my favourite 18 scale builds, and that's running a FMS flatbed as well. This thing looks like it's actually got real wood panelling, which is like really, really nice. You've got your toolbox on the back there, not sure if that's 3D printed. You've got some boxes on the side as well. You've actually got this new yellow colour. I think they've just released a standard Unimog all yellow, which is like really, really cool. Now, with these mystery boxes, they do say you get random mods, and some of the models you get can be not yet released versions, so you could have something that, that is quite unique. Now, mods-wise on this thing weighs a ton, so it looks like we've got their Batrazzi metal wheels. I'm guessing they've got the brass rings on them as well. Then we've got these Mud Pro X tyres. These are decent tyres, nice and soft. You can hear they're vented. Now, underneath, the chassis looks fairly standard. You've got your usual axles, your 4 links, your plastic drive shafts and everything. I don't see any metal links or anything on there. Same for the front as well. Looks like we've got standard steering links. We've got our portal axles, which you get on all the FCX24s, and it's got servo and axle steering servo. It does come with a full interior. You can see you've got seats. You've actually got, it might be hard to see, we've actually got a really nice dashboard in there as well. You've got the white dials. That looks really, really cool. You've got your mirrors and stuff on there. You've got your lights. You've got your Mercedes badge on the front. This one, the bonnet actually opens, if you can get it open. And your battery sits in there. And if we just pop that out, they are Velcroed on normally with these ones. Easier said than done. Get out. So it is your usual 380 milliamp hour 2S Lipo battery. Now, it does have oil-filled shocks as well. With the weight, you can hear it is a little bit crashy, but when it's actually moving, the articulation should be really, really nice from the oil-filled shocks. Now, the shocks aren't the new ones that come on the brushless FCX24s. They are the original plastic shocks. I just noticed on the rear as well, you got the little eyelets, and I can never remember what they're called, but effectively you could connect like winch cables and stuff too. That's a really nice little detail. Looks like we got a little hole there as well that you could attach a tow bar if you wanted to tow a trailer or something. I'm pretty sure electronics wise it should be the standard electronics and everything, so it'd be the 2-speed gearbox, 130 size motor, and your all-in-one ESC and receiver. The way they do these ones is they screw them on instead of having them clip on, but they do use all the standard mounting points. So, you could take this body and stick it on your existing FCX24 chassis. They should all be interchangeable. Now, I reckon this is crying out for being brushless, isn't it? This brushless would be absolutely awesome with all the metal gears and everything like that. That'd be so cool. So let's just see what else we get included. So you get your instruction manual. You get that different front bumper. Let's just get it out of the bag so you can have a little look. So it comes with the screws you need. I really like this front bumper. I think it looks really, really cool. And yeah, it'll literally replace the stock front bumper. So it'll sit like that. It also gives you a bit more approach angle because it just tucks it in a little bit more. So we will definitely be getting that fitted in a minute. Let's have a look and see what we get in our bag of goodies. Like I mentioned, you get your usual 2-amp USB charger. You get your wheel wrench tool. You get a little screwdriver and an Allen wrench. You get some additional spring spaces as well if you did want to adjust the preload. And then you get a little bag of number plates if you did want to stick some different number plates on there. So the transmitters take 4 AAA batteries. They don't come included, so it's basically like 99% ready to run. So let's get the batteries in there, let's get it powered on and see what we've got on with like LED lights and stuff. So let's get it powered on. Now, if you're not familiar with this transmitter, you turn your lights on with a bind function. You've got your like steering trim, your throttle trim and stuff like that. And then you've got the channel 3 here for the 2-speed. Really nice transmitters. I love the fact that it comes with a foam grip, you know, really nice in the hand and easy to use. Now, one thing I have just noticed on this one, it used to have the power switch in here for the Unimog. I'm pretty sure it did, I'm not losing my mind, but they've actually got it underneath now. I don't know if you can see it, and it is a waterproof power switch, which is nice. So let's just get it plugged in. So it looks like our power switch is already on, so you might have seen our lights just kind of light up there for a second. So if we press the bind button on the transmitter, it should turn our lights on. So we've got headlights there on the front. We haven't got any lights on the rear. And if you're not a fan of indicators, you'll be pleased to know there's no indicators. Right, let's get the different front bumper fitted and then let's get this thing out of the rocks and get it on the trail and see what it performs like. I reckon it's actually going to perform really well with those wheels and tyres and the flatbed on the rear. But I am loving the look of this thing. It looks really, really nice. There's only 4 days left to win a brand new Traxxas TRX4. This is my modified Defender, but the winner can pick a brand new Defender or a Bronco or even a High Trail. So check out the raffle link in the description to get your tickets. Okay, let's see how the Mog does on the rock crawler course. One thing I have noticed about this one is it seems really, really quiet. It seems quieter than my other FCX24s. Oh, we're getting stuck on that ridge. Oh, saved it. Bit of wheel speed, I reckon. Still in one piece. Let's just try that again. We might have to go slightly over to the right. Yay, made it. Okay, right. I'm interested to see what this thing is like on the rocks. Oh, a bit of scrapage there on the front bumper. Oh, nice. Oh, that looks like the tyres are rubbing on the arches there, so that's kind of jamming us up a little bit. Oh, that's making it a little bit difficult with those tyres getting stuck. There we go, we made it. Okay, let's try and... Right, I'm hoping it doesn't tip over on the nose again. Oof. Yeah, you can see it is quite a heavy body, so that the shocks, although they're oil-filled, it's a little bit crashy. See if we can make the gatekeeper. Oh, we are lifting a wheel on the right-hand side there, but we are doing it. Very nice. That's the difference that flatbed makes, and obviously those weighted wheels as well. Okay, let's see what it's like coming up here to the stairway. I think this is quite possibly one of my new favourite looking Unimogs. I'm loving the colour on this thing and the flatbed. It just looks awesome. I reckon a bit of weathering on this thing and a driver in there, you know, maybe a couple more bits and pieces on the rear bed. That is going to be awesome. Oh, that was doing so well. Yes, go on. Oh, let's see again. Let's see the tyres are rubbing, so you've got to kind of turn the wheels a little bit. You could almost do with either, yeah, using those spring spacers maybe to kind of, oh, we were doing so well, to jack that suspension up so that they don't get, so it doesn't get so hung up. Yay, made it. Okay, let's try the merry-go-round. Oh, that bumper getting a bit stuck there. There we go. All right, we might struggle a little bit coming up here. Oh, come on. Got to try and... We're dropping our wheel over there on the right, which is making it a little bit harder. Come on. Yes, made it. Just pushed on through. Right, let's try go up and around here to the right. I'm just going to shimmy around. Nice bit of flex there on the rear. I wish they ditched the servo saver. It just, look, you can see, look at the steering. Look, I'm steering and it's just struggling, and it's that servo saver really. The actual stock steering servo is not bad, but the servo saver just stops it from being able to turn, look. And then in situations like this, look, you get stuck with some lovely squish on the front tyres there, mind. Oh, come on. Come on. Yes, go on. Run the wall. Scraping that bumper. Going up and around. Oh, very nice. We're gonna have to do some some shimmy shimming here, aren't we? Nice. Okay, we're back where we were. Oh, look at that. Lovely. I love the flex on the FCX24s. It's just so cool. Come on. Yeah, made it. Just see what it's like descending the stairway a minute. because obviously with it being a bit more front heavy, let's see if it tips over and bins it. Some lovely squish on the front there, Lola. But again, those, oh, we almost lost it then. That rear lifted for a second. I don't know if you saw it. So yeah, descending obviously with all the weight on the front is possibly going to cause you some issues. Right, let's see what it's like coming up through here. I'm really liking the look on this thing. It does look really, really cool. I mean, I love a Unimog anyway. Like, you can see the slow speed control is actually really, really good, but it's those tyres that is just getting caught on the front, and then that's causing us issues. We are stuck on a rock there. Hey, made it. Nice. This thing just looks so cool. I really like the short wheelbase as well. Oh, lovely bit of flex there. Very nice. Right, I'd be very surprised if we make it up here, but we've got to try that hardest route, haven't we? Run a tyre either side. You can see that front left rub in there. Let's see if it just tips over. Oh, yeah, I thought that would happen, but, you know, had to give it a try. I do really love the look on this thing. You can see I did swap that different front bumper and chuck the number plates on there. Yeah, I really like it. I think it looks really, really cool. You know, I reckon with a touch more brass on the front maybe, and either maybe drop down some slightly smaller, better tyres, or maybe just, you know, jack the suspension up a bit so that the wheels aren't catching so much. But yeah, I am really impressed with that. That is really, really cool. And yeah, it just looks absolutely awesome, doesn't it? Right, let's go hit the trail and see what it's like on the trail. Okay, so first off, I want to see what the trail speed is like on this thing, because it does feel quite heavy. So we're going to do full throttling first. Yeah, that's full throttling first. That's pretty slow. And let's chuck it in second. There you go, that's a bit better in second gear. I'm interested to know if they've maybe changed the motor or something in these, because it definitely sounds a lot quieter. Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem to have as much wheel speed, but maybe I'm just thinking of the brushless versions, I'm not sure. Let's do a bit of rooting two-in, see what the Unimog's like on a bit of off-roading. It's got really nice slow speed control, isn't it? I do wonder if it's maybe a lower turn motor or something, or they've changed the gearing maybe. I don't think Fair RC would have changed it, but maybe FMS have updated them on the newer FCX24s. I don't know. But yeah, that just seems really quiet and super slow and controlled, even more so than it was before, but that just absolutely bossed those routes in, didn't it? I'm really happy that I got this Unimog though as the mystery box, because yeah, I mean, this thing just looks so cool. I reckon with some bit of weathering, a driver in there, you know, maybe some different tyres, maybe some smaller tyres, or maybe a little bit of oil in the shocks maybe, or just use those spring spacers just to help that suspension perform a bit better. Oh, definitely needs a little bit of weight on the rear as well, doesn't it? If it's quite front heavy. It's got such nice slow speed control, and it is like super silent. All you can pretty much hear is the ESC whine. It's just hardly any like motor noise, which, you know, is what I'm familiar with the FCX24s and the FCX18s, especially when you're in first gear. You know, they're quite loud and whiny, whereas this one is like super silent. It's so much nicer. I'm really loving the yellow on this body as well. I do think it looks really, really nice. I think I actually prefer this colour to my green one. I've loved my green one at Unimog for absolutely ages, but this thing just looks super cool, doesn't it? It's really nice. Let's see how high we can get on the old tree climb challenge, shall we? Before it starts unloading and looking like it's going to fall into the stream, which we are driving over currently. Oh. Nice, doing an alright job. You can see already that front suspension is unloading. Oh. Oh, we need to go easy on here. Wow, that's actually doing a really good job. Oh, it's me, a bit more throttle. Oof. Wowza. Oh, wow, look at that. We have full on lifted that front right wheel then. I did not think that was going to get that high. Fair dues, that's actually just done really, really well. I am shocked it's actually managed to get that high. Look at that angle. That's really, really good. We've got to get a little slow crawl along the water's edge, haven't we? It just looks so good. Yeah, I'm really liking the look of this one. I'm really happy I got the Unimog, not the K5. I mean, I like a K5, but I much prefer a Unimog. And this one, I'm really happy with how this looks. Like I said, you can get this exact version. I'm sure it's in the black, or you can get the yellow Unimog body, and then you can just get the rear bed yourself separately if you wanted to. Because, yeah, I mean, it does look super cool, doesn't it? I'm really liking that flatbed on the rear. So cool. so quiet as well. I don't know if you can hear, well, how loud it is on mic, but it is just so quiet. It's so nice. Let's just try a little bank climb, just see what the grip on these tyres is like going up here. Oh, thinking about it. Come on, bit of wheel speed. Oh, back up a bit. Yes, nice, made it. Go on, yes. It's so cool. I really like this rig. It just looks really, really cool. Nice. Oh, yes, very nice. Well, what do you think? I am really happy that I got the Unimog in the mystery box. I love Unimogs, and I think this may well be my new favorite Unimog. I think with some weathering, a driver in there, some more accessories on the back, this thing is just going to look absolutely awesome. In terms of its performance, I think the only two things that let it down really was suspension. I think it needs stiffening up a bit, whether that just be some more shock oil or, you know, slightly stiffer springs, or even just the spring spacers, you know, so it doesn't sag so much, because the wheels were catching on the body quite a lot, and that was obviously giving us some issues. And then I like the Batrazzi wheels and the tyres, you know, they do a decent job, but, you know, you could get better tyres and maybe just a slightly smaller radius tyre again, so then it's not rubbing on the arches so much. Now, I'll put a link in the description to where you can pick up the mystery box from Fair RC's website. Like I said, they are doing this one now in, I think it's a black version. So if you just wanted to get this, but in a black version, then you could do that. Or like I said, you could get the yellow Unimog and then just get the flatbed separately. Again, I'll put links to those in the description as well. Now, if you fancy winning one of the Fair RC mods, then check out the raffle link in my description. You might want to choose a Unimog or a K5 or even the brushless tricolor FCX18 for just £1 a ticket, which is like, what, $1.50? You could be in with a chance of winning one. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a like if you did. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.